Hello and welcome to round 2 of the Parenting Roundabout podcast for the week of January 23rd. I'm Terry Morrow and I'm here with Catherine Halecko.
Hello.
Usually on this podcast we talk about parenting issues, but once a week, Catherine and I like to talk about TV, movies, books, and other entertainment topics because it's nice to talk about something other than parenting for a change. This week we continued with our Brothers and Sisters series watch and checked out a reboot of a beloved sitcom, Night Court, on NBC. Did you watch the original Night Court faithfully, Catherine?
I mean, back in the day, I certainly did. I don't know about faithfully, but I watched plenty of it because wasn't it part of that whole Thursday night?
I think it was, maybe.
Cheers and
eventually
got to like Seinfeld and stuff, but that was a little bit later.
Yeah, I remember it fondly. And so when I saw that there was a new version coming out, my first thought was, no! Don't do that. Don't ruin our memories of this wonderful old show. But they went ahead and did it anyway. They didn't listen to me.
Not listen to you. Mm-hmm.
I think Melissa Rauch from The Big Bang Theory, who plays the judge in this new version and the daughter of Harry Stone, the judge in the old version, I think this is her thing. Is she and her husband executive produce it, and I read an article that said she wasn't even going to be in it at the beginning, and then she decided that she wanted to play the part. Uh-huh. So this is her baby. I don't know why this is necessarily what you would pick to bring back. It's beloved, but I don't know that it was always like a huge hit. Mm-hmm. I think it was just one of those shows that was on NBC and was quirky and charming and likable.
And got a little lift from Cheers and
at
least to get it started.
Yeah, I think Harry Anderson played like person in the bar at Cheers. He had sort of a running character there.
A little backdoor pilot situation.
Yeah, well, no, it's a different character.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think he did magic and played pool for some reason. Is in my head. I don't know. Mm-hmm. But he was familiar from there. And this was a quirky show back then. And it is a little deficient of quirk, I think, in the new one. They're trying real hard. You can't force the quirk. It's either there or it's not. And she is adorable, but not quite clicking in that role the way that Harry Anderson did, I think. Right. I feel that there's something that he brought to it that she does not, even though superficially it's sort of the same, young judge coming in, doing things their own way, not going to do it the way their clerk wants to do it, not going to do it the way the lawyers want to do it, just going to do it. And by golly, we'll win everybody over with So it was fine. The new version was fine.
Yeah. It was a fine sitcom-y sitcom.
Didn't make me mad. It was a sitcom-y sitcom in the ways of sitcoms of old. It was not... Used to be all sitcoms were like this. Right. And now you've got all this streaming stuff that's doing all sorts of different things. And I don't know if people just sit still for stuff like this anymore. Mm-hmm. You can definitely let it wash over you. It
felt very, very network.
Yes.
For sure.
Yes. Very old-fashioned. Multicam, I guess is what they call it. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure if that's... Well, it did, ratings-wise, it did hugely. What counts for hugely now, which probably would have been middling back in the day. But it did well, maybe from people curious about it. Right. Really interesting to see how it goes from there. But I don't know. I would be perfectly happy to watch more episodes of it. It went down very smoothly, although I did fall asleep during the second one for a little bit. But we rewound it. It was fine. It's perfectly pleasant to watch. And so I may again, if I think about it. I should set the VCR for it probably, because I'm not going to remember to watch.
Right.
Gosh, we're spoiled by streaming. Yeah. When you'd plan your schedule around what nights the shows you watched were on TV?
Yes.
And if you missed something, it was a tragedy. I remember
because maybe there would be a rerun in a few months.
Yes.
Maybe.
Yeah.
We don't know.
But Thursday nights were a thing that people stayed home for. And Saturday nights for a while there. Wasn't it Mary Tyler Moore and those things were on Saturday nights, I think. And it was that's the night we watch these things. But It's not like that anymore. So I guess you can watch it on Peacock too. So they've still got the streaming thing going for them. But
yeah, you can.
Yeah. But nice to see John Larroquette again.
Yes.
This article I read said he was reluctant at first to do this. And I think that is understandable. Probably like me, he said, no, why would you want to mess with that?
Right.
And
like his character, he was dragged back in by this sunshiny force of one Abby Stone.
Yep. Sunshiny force. But, she's cute. She's game. She's hard not to think of as Bernadette from The Big Bang Theory because, as we mentioned last week, I have a constant stream of that coming on my on Facebook. So, but branch out, do new things, honey. That's good.
Yes.
She's an engaging presence, and the actress who plays the prosecutor, right, and the guy who plays the clerk were both on Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist,
right?
And the actress was also on One Day at a Time with Schneider's girlfriend.
Oh, the one who plays Olivia, the prosecutor?
Yes.
Ah, okay.
So, yeah, she was much broader in this thing than she was in those two. But, hey there. Glad you're getting work.
Mm-hmm. Yes, the clerk.
Good for you.
The clerk character, Neil, is played by the same actor who played the character of Tobin.
Yes, and he was much broader on Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist. Right. He's kind of some dude in this one.
Yes.
Doesn't have any pencils in his hair like the clerk from the old version.
Right.
We went back and watched the pilot of the original Night Court just to compare. It's on Freevee if anybody wants to go back and visit it, which you get to through Prime. I don't know if it's a freestanding thing, but I got to it through Prime. Right. And Karen Austin. Whatever happened to Karen Austin? She used to be in everything for a while. I completely forgot she was in this. She plays the clerk. With pencils in her hair.
Right.
And,
who's just flustered and befuddled by Harry Stone.
The frazzle much higher turned up than does Neil in the the new one. But a lot of the beats were the same among the two pilots.
Yes. I mean, down to the bailiff messing up the judge's name.
Yes.
That was a callback, and just the whole, I want to learn about people so I can help them.
Yeah,
They hit on pretty hard.
Yes, they did. I don't know. It's fine. If you're curious about it, go ahead and watch it. It's fine. It will not make you mad.
Will not make you mad or
does not feel like they're desecrating a precious relic from the past.
Right.
But, if you miss it 1 week, you're not going to... Well, you can watch it on Peacock now. Gosh, people are spoiled today. Man. But, enjoyable enough, I guess. Mm-hmm. But not something I think we feel compelled to keep watching and talking about.
Correct.
Because it is super old school, and... you set up the premise and you knock over the first domino. And so not a whole lot to talk about.
Right.
So glad I watched it. Glad we're talking about it. Let's move on.
Okay.
Did you have anything else you wanted to say?
No, that's how I felt too. We're simpatico.
Yes. All right. So... see if we can think of more things to say about Brothers and Sisters. We watched Season 1, Episode 12, Sexual Politics. Ooh. And with many racy storylines.
Yeah, I mean, I know that there's a there's a big age difference between you and your sister. There isn't between me and my siblings. We don't have these kind of conversations. We really don't.
Yeah.
And I don't think we're alone.
I don't think so either. The only siblings who have these kind of conversations are siblings on TV.
Yeah.
Because they need to move the plot along.
Right.
But yeah. No, my sister and I never talked about anything at all because we're 18 years apart. So we barely talk now. But if she was reporting in on this sort of action, I would have been like, 10. So
probably would have been very interested.
Maybe not at 10, maybe 12.
What happened?
You always got to have the get together where everybody discuss. Yeah, everybody knowing Tommy's business was a little embarrassing. I remember liking Sarah Jane Morris in this, who plays Tommy's wife, Julia. But man, she had the most thankless role. Oh my goodness!
Yes,
one humiliating plot line after the other for this poor woman.
Right.
Come on.
Maybe things get better for her.
I could tell you, but that would be a spoiler.
Oh yeah, I remember something you did tell me, so I guess probably not.
Yeah.
Well, yes.
So this time she's those. So I've never been pregnant. Did you have a time in your pregnancy where you would not let your husband so much as sleep?
No, but I do think that I mean, I've heard tell that can happen, but it did make me laugh. In like the IMDb summary, it said something about Julia's sex hormones, and I was like, no, her sex hormones are like what make her female. Like it's not.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's not.
It's hot and pregnant.
Not what you meant, but okay.
So their plot line was that she wanted too much sex and he just wants to sleep one whole night. Poor guy. Can't even get through a shower. Poor put upon Tommy.
Yeah.
So, and then Kevin meets a guy at the gym, played by Jason Lewis, who is the reason we're doing this rewatch in the first place, because him being on Dancing with the Stars for a minute made me remember this show. And he plays a guy who is very confusing to Kevin, because seems like, potential boyfriend material, except he has a girlfriend and claims he's not really gay. He just, he'll take you up to Inspiration Point and kiss and have sex, but nah.
Right. But then the very next day, his girlfriend.
There's his girlfriend, played, fun fact, by Roxy Olin, who is the daughter of Patricia Wettig and Ken Olin.
Oh.
But not the daughter of Holly Harper. They could have cast her as Rebecca.
Right.
They didn't. But anyway, she's a little nepotism there,
Yep. Nepo baby.
Yep. So, because Ken Olin I think he directs some of these. I don't know if he was a producer, but he was very involved in this. So, it's family business. Just like Oha. Mm-hmm. And let's see, what else are they getting into? Justin has the week off.
Yeah, didn't see him at all.
Maybe, if he got busy with the yoga instructor, we didn't know about it.
Right.
So
it would have been thematic if he did.
It would have been. They could just had him on the phone,
Right.
Oh, Justin called from rehab. And Kitty.
Tell us about his conquest.
That's right. That's because apparently that's what they do.
Right. They do.
Or actually, just one of the during their little discussion of all the sex, they could have just said, "Oh, Justin called," and good news from him too.
Right.
Well, let's see. We do Kitty next or Sarah? Sarah and Joe. Joe was laughing with another mom.
Oh, no.
Teaching her how to play the guitar.
Yes.
Looks like trouble and hasn't been paradise yet in the show.
Yes.
feeling a little sad that Gabe took all the vodka because they could use some. Right. But we
know how they could solve their Gabe problem.
Yes. This would be, don't go out to a rock concert. That's the worst romantic evening. No way that's going to work out well for you.
Yeah, that's never going to end good.
Yeah. Stay home. Drink some wine. Make a plate.
Or go to one of those paint-your-own pottery places.
There you go.
And
Absolutely.
Bring some wine with you.
Yes.
And just enjoy a little one-on-one activity.
And while you're there, make Gabe a plate. And then Kitty finds out that everybody in the senator's office thinks that she and the senator are a couple. And she disavows that strenuously, and still nobody believes her. So she claims to have a boyfriend. And I figured she would just put a picture of one of her brothers on her desk. Who needs to know? But no, she decides that she has to go to this matchmaker who had approached the senator and get set up on some date so that she can take a picture. This was a fun date. Can I take your picture, please?
Right.
Portrait size. That she'll meet somebody that she can pretend is her boyfriend and that will get everybody off her back. But the senator finds out about it and tells the matchmaker to sub him in. And so she winds up wearing a sexy dress and a fake butt to have dinner with her boss. Those things are creepy.
Yes. And of course, there's a squadron of paparazzi outside the restaurant.
Right.
Because, a senator.
Yes.
Usually attracts attention.
That did not work out so well. Right. In the course of trying to convince everybody that she was not dating the senator, she wound up, dating the senator. So,
but in the course of trying to get a fake boyfriend, she inadvertently got Nora set up on a date also with a guy who Nora pegged as gay within minutes. And if this matchmaker is so great, what is she doing?
Really?
I mean, people are paying her all this money, and this gay guy who just wants, a friend, is using her services for that.
Right.
How
she did make a good friendship match though, because they're going shopping or something.
They are going to go shopping.
Yes.
But that is expensive for him.
Yes.
And this matchmaker is all about how good she is at her job. Is this guy snowing you that easily?
Well, he's willing to pay a lot of money for some female companionship, just not that kind of female companionship.
That's right.
Who are we to judge how people spend their money? So this was sort of a placeholder episode, I guess. It doesn't really advance anything too much except I hope this isn't a spoiler, the absolute inevitability of Kitty and the senator getting together. Mm-hmm. It's just, come on, show.
Yeah.
Don't play coy. We know where you're going with this.
Mm-hmm. Conveniently got rid of both of Kitty's other love interests.
That's right. Yep. I think this we can see the station ahead for this train, but
yes.
So that, and Sarah and Joe have been having trouble for a really long time without any really nice times in between. So this was just another one of those. And I don't know, Kevin and Chad, I guess, are a new development or not, depending on how long his girlfriend stays around. And, Julia's going to be pregnant for a while. So Tommy should maybe take some vitamins or, I don't know. What is it you're supposed to eat?
Continue sleeping on the couch.
That's right. Let the poor guy get some rest.
Yeah, she didn't take it well at all when he asked for
and who would?
Rest.
Really?
Right.
So
that's everybody.
So it's just sort of there. It was fun. It was funny. Mm-hmm. It introduced the concept of these chicken cutlet things that you use to augment different parts of your body that need it. I'm surprised those haven't been on my Facebook feed. I could stick them into the small boob bras.
Right. Well, now that we've talked about them.
Oh, no.
This might happen.
No. For mature women with little flat chested. I got a rip skirt ad today that said, "It's not the age, it's the attitude."
Oh.
You don't say that to young people, do you?
No, you sure don't.
Oh, well. Next up, we will watch Brothers and Sisters Season 1, Episode 13, Something Ida This Way Comes. A really fun episode about which there will be much to talk. And in fact, we did talk about it before, although Catherine does not remember.
I do not remember.
I gave it to her for a challenge round some years ago, and she talked about it with absolutely no context. So now that you have context,
right,
I'm sure you will remember many of the outstanding moments of this episode. But it will be fun to talk about them again. And I look forward to watching it again because it really is a very fun episode. And then, just because we cannot get enough Rob Lowe, and, honestly, who can? And we can't afford a matchmaker to set us up on a date with him. So we're going to watch his latest movie, which is called Dog Gone. And it is on Netflix. I think Kimberly Williams Paisley is in it too, right? She plays his wife, I believe. And
it's quite possible.
There is, of course, in addition to Rob Lowe, who is handsome, we have been told many times, there's a dog. There's a dog.
There's a dog in trouble.
There's a dog in trouble. Like. The dog is the dog is gone.
That can't be right.
But my daughter has already watched this, and she gives it a hearty thumbs up. So she has strongly recommended it, and perhaps I can get her to come on to the podcast and give her a review of it as well. Okay. So we like dog things. And
yes, we do too.
Yes. So that is going to be it for our round 2 today. Please subscribe to our Parenting Roundabout podcast so you won't miss any of our episodes. We have something new for you every weekday. As always, you can find recaps, links, and an opportunity to comment on our website at parentingroundabout.com. Goodbye, Catherine.
Bye, Terry.
Goodbye, everybody.